The grocery business in this time of COVID, an industry disrupted. Online shopping, supply chain troubles. The biggest challenge seems to be the loss of workers. They're quitting. Some just can't take it anymore.
I was working as hard as I've ever worked in my entire life, yet I was still struggling to pay my basic bills. So it was like, why suffer like this?
A labor shortage has turned many industries upside down. A lot of retail businesses, like grocery stores.
Right now, there's an unprecedented number of jobs available in the United States.
Eric Scholes, professor of management at Eastern Michigan University, tracks labor trends.
Almost 11 million jobs currently are open within the United States. And at the same time, there's 8.4 million unemployed workers. So if you think about it, that means there's less than one American currently looking for work for available jobs that are out there.
Despite the pandemic, people have to eat, and many grocery store chains have posted record profits. That, while many grocery workers have abandoned their jobs permanently.
Prices are up about 3% across the board. There's stocks are bare, particularly at night. I mean, when you go in, it's really difficult. And again, the whole supply chain has been disrupted because there simply is a labor shortage in that industry. Not enough truckers to move things.
Jeff Wells, a reporter from the industry publication Grocery Dive, says that many people left because of health concerns and because more jobs opened up.
You saw a lot of burnout from working in stores and people realizing that they can find jobs in other sectors. If you can work from home from a call center, that might seem more appealing than a grocery store job right now.
Sydney Michalowski, former cashier, remembers her job changing almost overnight, from ringing up customers to managing customers, trying to enforce COVID safety protocols.
We were enforcing masks. We were trying to maintain social distancing, especially at the very beginning. A lot of people were panic buying, so there was just like tons of people in the store buying tons of stuff. And I feel like some of that never really ended.
The virus wasn't the only safety issue. Corinne Sikorsky, the longtime general manager at the Ypsilanti Food Co-op, leads a staff with safety concerns. There can be unruly customers because of mask rules.
I think that was one of the biggest challenges we faced, knowing that on the news we're hearing about people who are bringing out their guns if they don't, want to put a mask on. And so that gave the staff a whole nother fear, probably a more visible fear, right? Like the virus isn't visible, whereas the thought of somebody bringing out a gun is more scary than something you can't see.
Stephanie Mebbs, another former grocery store worker, tells of altercations with customers who wouldn't mask.
And he started screaming at me, threatening me, saying things to me that I don't want to repeat. And another worker came over and defended me. Later, it had come out that he'd ransacked through the store. He went to the produce department, started throwing oranges and apples, and it was quite an ordeal.
Sydney and Stephanie left their jobs because of the stress, part of the mass exodus of workers. People who have found the confidence to quit, even if they don't have a new job in place.
So many people were leaving, and then it kind of was interesting to me that so many people were quitting, and then they were like fine, and then I was thinking, well, I'll probably be fine too.
Stephanie's now teaching at a Montessori school in Detroit.
I have a regular schedule. I have weekends, holidays off, which is really nice, and not something I ever got to experience. I get to be around children, and the most important thing, I think, is that I do feel respected. I do feel seen as a human being, as a fellow person. It's been wonderful not to be in a grocery store anymore.
For her, if given better pay, better working conditions, and more staff to handle the load, maybe she'd still be a grocery store worker.
Not skeleton crews. We don't need to see, one or two people doing the work of 8 or 9 or 10 people. No one is going to be happy under those working conditions. No one's going to stay.
Big box stores have tried many different strategies to attract workers. Walmart is giving employees cell phones. Other stores offering big hiring bonuses. Smaller, more community based grocery stores can offer something that is often left out of the conversation: a values oriented workplace.
We continue to find people in spite of the labor issues that we know are out there. But I think in another way, some people might be dissatisfied with the job that they have, and they are looking for something that is more community based, so they come to work at the co-op. So in some ways, it's actually, I won't say it's been an advantage, but I guess it has had its silver linings for the co-op as well.
Wells says automation will solve some staffing woes, but grocery still needs workers to run new machines and help customers.
They're going to have to get creative in how they market these jobs and the benefits that they offer if they want to bring workers back, because no matter how much automation they bring into stores, you still have to have human workers in there to make that a good experience.
One of the biggest changes that could help retain staff: making grocery into a career path, not just a temporary job.
I think that would do a world of good, where people can see this is an industry I want to be in, where I can see a career for myself rather than just sort of a temporary job that I'll remain in. That, I think, is really vital. Because again, one of the things that people are truly reassessing their work, and it is an opportunity for employers to reassess their workforce.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.